Is there anything else that gave you reason to doubt that you are the father of Tyra's baby?
Yes, at the beginning of the relationship, she was talking to somebody else, and
At the beginning of you guys' relationship.
Yeah, it was, and we wasn't together at the time. I found out she was talking to somebody else. So I didn't really get mad at that time because we wasn't together. So she wanted to have a relationship. You feel me? So I was like, fine. I said, forget it. Let's do this because I did want to be with her. But during that time,
So wait, take me back. How did you all meet?
We met on the app.
On a dating app?
Yeah.
Okay, so you met on a dating app, which y'all was talking back and forth at first, then you decided to meet up?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How long after you guys were on the app did you guys decide to like really make it a relationship?
I'd say about 2 months.
About 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So during that time, then you found out she was still talking back and forth to other men.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find that out?
Because we was standing in the room and she grabbed my phone and she was like, "Who you texting?" or something like that. And she was trying to scroll through my thing and I grabbed my phone. I was like, "Let me see your phone." And so then I seen her phone and then scrolled through some things and I seen some dude call her baby or something. So I was like, "What was that?" And yeah, that's how I found that out.
So you still had some loose ends, Tyra, when you met him and y'all was getting close. You had some loose ends, some men you were still talking to and dealing with at the time. Were you honest about that? Well, it was in your phone. So were you honest about that too?
I just didn't tell him.
So not honest about that.
I mean, I guess if that's what you want to call it.
Well, it kind of seems like a pattern in that what happens is you're doing something that is not conducive to a strong, healthy, trusting relationship. You don't tell it in advance. You come clean when you get caught.
Right.
Does that pattern a
Sounds
good
about right.
description?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So do you understand how that pattern of interacting in a relationship could make someone's mind, like literally make them lose their mind? Because the bottom line is it makes them think, well, I don't know what has actually happened until I find out. And then mostly when I find these things out, she admits to it. So maybe she's not admitting to something because I just haven't found out.
Yeah, that's true. But that's why since I've been pregnant, I've been trying to like show him that that's not what it is. He'll take my phone and have it all day.
Right.
You know, like.
And so while I'm sure he can appreciate that because it's showing your willingness and desire to be honest in the relationship, you do understand that whatever was going on is not really what happened during the pregnancy. It's what happened before the pregnancy that potentially led to the pregnancy that's in his mind, right? It's the fact that if we talking to these people and if she always on the phone with somebody and if all of these things are happening and it doesn't seem like she's rooted and stable in our relationship, then maybe she was with somebody and this is not my baby.
I can understand that.
How does that make you feel? You know, I can see you got your legs are shaking, like this bothers you. How does that make you feel? Can you put words, Kimoni, on, is it anger? Is it frustration? Is it disappointment? Is it all of the things? Is it fear? Is it rage? Is it, what do you feel on a daily basis? What is it like for you to have this paternity doubt that you have to deal with? Because, you know, I've also heard enough from men who go through this. And look, and let me say this for the record too. I don't know if you've been perfect in this relationship. You may not have. I don't know if have there been situations where she's caught you on the phone talking with other people? Have you cheated? You have not.
No, if I was talking to another female, I would make sure I tell her, show her, look, this was going on. And
so you really feel like this is the relationship where you really came on the up and up and you're not getting that in return.
Yes.
So my point that I was making before is that, so you're in a situation where you're playing this doubt over and over again, right? Tell me what that looks like to you, because I'm sure it can feel like sometimes like you're losing your mind. Because on the one hand, you're happy. You feel like I'm going to be a father. I want to be involved. I want to go to the doctor's appointments. I want to rub her belly. I want to talk to the baby. And then in another minute, you could be laying in the bed and just be thinking to yourself like, but that guy was texting and he was sending sexual songs. And did she have sex with him at the prison? And was she talking to this? Why was she talking? Like, what is that like for you?
It's stressful. It's because like you said, I do want to be there. This is what I wanted, and so it's stressful because at one moment like I'm all in, like yes, let's do this. Then the next is maybe it's not. This is not mine, and it hurts. It hurts and like an emptiness. I'm not gonna lie, emptiness because I did want this. I do want this actually.
And I don't mean to be sexist or biased, but like I said, I've heard these stories a lot. And a lot of times in relationships, the woman who has a child where the man believes he may or may not be the father, there's often this story of, well, he cheated on me, so we were on a break. And I broke up with him, and then while I was on my break, I cheated. Or he was cheating on me, so I got my get back. And, now there's this question of paternity because I did get my get back. What's interesting to me about your story is that you're basically saying like, no, I didn't cheat. I've been on the up and up the whole time. I've never given her a reason to be all up in my phone or think I'm sleeping with somebody. And if it's ever been anything that she may or may not have a question about, I'm coming clean up front. Like, this is so-and-so. They text me because of this. Here's the text. I want to, like, you're basically operating in this relationship how most women would love for a man to operate, right? And I mean, Tyra, you're getting this, right? Like this type of commitment from a man, which is a beautiful thing. But in this relationship, it seems like you're the person that just keeps moving in kind of shady ways, right? That make him feel uncomfortable. And even still, he hasn't gone out and cheated or gotten somebody else pregnant. Like, what is it about this relationship that makes you feel like you can take this type of commitment for granted? Because I'm telling you right now, that's what look, I've been a woman for a long time. And I mean, that's what women say they want. I want a man that just is ready to be in a relationship and acts like a man that wants to be in a relationship and don't feed me no whole story. And then at the end, don't live up to it. Or I got to deal with a whole bunch of crap and women on the side because you don't know how to cut off your loose ends. You don't have any of that. But you're bringing that. What is it about this relationship? Is it his age? Do you feel like you kind of can do what you want to do because you're 16 years old? Or what is it about it?
No.
Is he laid back so you just feel like, why is it that you feel like you can continue to operate in these ways that bring doubt to him?
I don't feel that way. I can't. I know I can't do that. I know it's not right. It's just maybe just like my past experiences. Mm-hmm. Like,
In what ways? Tell me about a past experience that influences your behavior. You were married before for 20 years to a woman.
Yeah.
And so you've got an extensive history of being married, having a family, having a child with someone else.
Right.
How did that influence the way you're operating in this relationship?
Because it's not like she didn't play me or take advantage of me or something like that. I might be older than him, but I know I'm still naive in ways, and I'm just, a lot of people have just always taken advantage of me and just always just done me wrong. And I'm just looking, I guess I just wasn't secure enough to accept that he was different and that he was just trying to love me. And I did take that for granted.
You didn't think he was on the up and up as much as he really is. You thought he was doing something.
Yeah.
So you were out there, and that's why you kept living on the fringe a little bit, because in your mind, it's like, well, ain't nobody he's not being all the way loyal to me. So right. I'm going to still have my little thing so that just in case I find out then I'm not totally let down. Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Because when you say everybody always plays you, like in what way?
Like, like I'm just, I don't know, just lying, I'll give my all to somebody and I only get 50% of that person. Mm-hmm. But
now you realize you're doing that very thing that was done to you, you're doing to him.
Right.
Like you're carrying this forward.
Mm-hmm. And I don't like that. That's not how my mom raised me. That's not how my family, that's not how I am. So I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I want you to express yourself. And right now, when your tears coming, what is it that you feel when you said it's not how your mother raised you? And listen, I lost my mother. I know what that feels like. And I went through my pregnancy without my mother. So I know that this is a tough time for you. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. And when you say it's not the way your mother raised you, you feel like you're not living up to the way your mom raised you.
Yeah, I know it's not right. And I don't want to do him like that. I don't want to hurt him. He is a good dude. And that's why I might have talked to other people, but like I said, it's never been physical. I wouldn't do that. It's just certain things and I tell him that. It's certain things that I'll do and there's certain things that I won't do. And I do have boundaries, and it's just been hard. That's all. It's just been really hard.
When you say it's been hard, talk to me about how hard it's been, because you're also pregnant. Your hormones are all over the place. You're bringing a beautiful baby in the world. And the truth is, today is actually your baby shower. And before this baby shower, you all are living with this question of paternity that affects your relationship. And if it affects you, it affects the baby. Even while the baby's living in your womb, right? Your emotions affect the baby. And so this has been stressful. How have you felt during this time?
This is the hardest thing that I've ever had to do without my mom.
Yeah.
It's just not easy. And I expressed that to him. It's not easy. This is my first baby, and my mom's not here. So
You're going to make me cry.
I don't want to disappoint her.
Yes. And you're trying to carry through everything and remember everything she taught you. I do it all the time. My son's 14. I still do it. I lay awake at night trying to remember, now, what did she teach me? What did she tell me? How did she do this? How would she want me to do this? And you can still talk to her, though. You know that, right? You know that. And on top of that, missing her and wanting to live up to her legacy, the way she raised you. You feel like in some ways with this situation, you've let her down because you've created a situation where the man that you say is the father of your child doesn't believe he is.
Right. And Kimoni lived with us a year before my mom passed. So she knew him. She loved him. And I can't go out like that. I can't do that. I just want to make things right. That's all.
And so you've been living with paternity doubt. And I see even now while she's crying, your body language, Kimoni, it speaks to how it's almost like this paternity doubt has a hold on you. You're not even able to reach over to her or hug her or anything while she's expressing this emotion, because you really are so pent up with this feeling of, am I or am I not this baby's father? That there's a baby shower today, and I still don't really know if I'm the child's father. And, I think about, my baby shower. There's always this moment where if it's not a co-ed shower where the father comes to the shower, there's a moment, whether he comes at the end and everyone says, and you're not even able to enjoy that moment. And potentially today, there could be a shower and you wouldn't even want to go if you are deemed to not be the biological father of the baby.
Yes.
And as Tyra expresses so, earnestly that she feels like she's let her mother down, she feels like she's let you down. She wasn't raised like this. She doesn't know why these behaviors persist. People have done her like that, and she knows what it's like to be hurt in these ways. She doesn't know why she treated you like that. When you hear that, how does that make you feel?
It make me second guess everything. I want to believe her. I want to be with her. I want to do this. So it brings me to a place to, I don't know.
I can see that shutting down that you talk about, where it's just so much in your head. I want it, but I don't know if it's mine. I want it. I want to be there. I want to be a father. I want to be with her, but I don't know what she's been doing. I want to do this, but I don't want to live my life feeling like my partner is lying to me all the time. Where, I'm always the last to know. Joke's on me, right? And anybody that's ever been cheated on emotionally, physically, anybody that's ever been there, I've been there before, where you're just kind of like, nobody wants to live in that thing where every few months, joke's on me. I'm the last to know.
I watched my mom go through that all my life, so not all my life, till about I was 12. And so I promised her I'd never do that to a woman. So it messes me up sometimes, because is this how I'm supposed to be, or should I act like everybody else? But I don't know.
So this paternity doubt has you even second guessing, should I be an honorable man in a relationship, or should I just be out here being a dog like other people I see, or sleeping with multiple women and not being faithful, because is that just what it is? But you made a promise to your mother as you watched her go through things that you would not be that kind of man, and she raised you to not be that kind of man. Yes. And you're trying to live up to that, but at the same time, you're not getting reciprocity.
No, it hurts. It hurts because, see, my mom, that's all she wanted. She wanted a man to treat her right, do right by her, and all these other things. So it hurts me that I'm trying to do that, and I don't get that same kind of love.
And I can see that makes you emotional, as you want that kind of love.
Yes.
If you could describe the kind of love you want, what does it feel like?
Just being there for me, just standing up for me. Not having to second guess anything. Just, I don't know. I don't know.
You do know. You're saying it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the kind of love we all want. And we deserve.
Definitely.
Yeah, he does. He does. He deserves that.
Yeah, and I've done a lot to show her I love her. When I first caught her talking to the other dude, we wasn't in a relationship, and she kept telling me she wanted to be in a relationship, but I was nervous, I was scared, I didn't want to do it. But I did want to do it, but I was scared because I didn't want to get hurt no more. I was done with that, and I moved. I didn't want a relationship at the time, so I seen her talking to the other dude, and it hurt me, but at the same time, we wasn't in a relationship. So after I seen that night, I stayed with her, and from then on, we had a relationship. It was me and her from then on, and I had a conversation with another female. I met a dude at the gas station, and we was chopping it up, and his girl hit me up on some weird stuff, and she got home. I showed her the messages, so she knew. So she knew I loved her because.
You
But
just
like
trying to do
even
the
stuff
right
like
thing.
that though, even stuff like that takes me back to like my marriage and stuff, you know. It was 20 years, but it was the hardest 20 years of my life.
In what way?
Like, my wife wasn't always faithful. She already had 3 kids when I met her. And in total, when I left her, she had 7.
Oh,
So
but you didn't. But you only speak of one that you say you
yeah,
all
we only had one together.
Oh, so she was having other children outside of the relationship. So she was having relationships with men outside of your marriage.
Right.
And then bringing those children to your marriage.
So I've dealt with a lot of deception, a lot of things. And
why did you stay in that for 20 years with more than one child being brought to the marriage that you did not consent to or help bring into the world?
because I loved her.
Okay.
I was really young when we got together. And like I said, I was always like, a little naive and stuff like that. And she took a lot of advantage of that. Like I say now, like our daughter we have together, she's 21. But can I call her and talk to my daughter? No, I have to go through her. Like she has to have control over everything.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a control thing. And yeah, that's just, I guess I was just used to that. I guess that's just what I was used to.
So you had been in that environment, that emotional, psychological environment for 20 years. And this is fascinating because it's almost as if you wanted out of it, you got out of it, and yet carried it into your new relationship.
Right.
And that really speaks to when we don't heal our way out of a relationship, right? Just moving out of it and breaking up and moving on isn't just the only part of it. It's also healing through the hurt of it so that you don't hurt someone else, right?
Right.
That old saying, hurt people hurt people.
Right.
And so coming out of this dysfunctional relationship, you've almost created the same dysfunction in your new relationship. Yeah. And instead of being on the receiving end now you are the person creating the dysfunction.
Right.
And so, wow. And do you see how this is almost going to hit a 3rd generation? And if we don't heal from this, then if we don't figure out and get the truth and heal from this, that it now can potentially affect your baby. If Kimoni is not the biological father of your baby, then now a 3rd generation has been affected by this. And that's why there is just so much at stake today.
Yeah.
I thank you for sharing your truth. It's not easy, but I will say this, you're not alone. I've been doing this long enough to know that, paternity issues are very common. And while years ago they used to sweep this kind of stuff under the rug and never talk about it, what we've seen is there are countless generations of people that to this day do not know who their biological fathers are because of the secrets and people's unwillingness to just get the truth.
Right.
So I do commend you both for being strong enough to come and share your story and to get the truth. Yes, so I appreciate that. I think it's time that we get that truth. And Kimoni, if it's okay with you, I'd like to invite your mom to come back in and join us for the results so that she can be here, since she is the person that actually reached out to me here at Paternity Matters. Do you mind? Is that okay with
yes,
you?
ma'am.
Is that okay with you, Tyra? All right.
Hey family, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications.
Well, family, we have come to the moment of truth. The results are in. You did, Tyra, agree to have a non-invasive DNA test, which tests your blood, doesn't in any way harm the baby, because you wanted to get the results. Kimoni, you need these results. And Mom, we're grateful that you reached out to us so that we can get all of you the results that you need. And ultimately to get you and the baby the truth.
Yes.
Okay? All right. Before I read them, is there anything else anybody wants to say? Last chance to speak your truth before the truth.
No.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of the unborn child of Tyra Leonard, it has been determined Kimoni Johnson, you are the father. Congratulations.
I told you.
I ain't gonna lie. She kept saying, she's like, I know. She's like, I want to do it because I know.
You are the father.
I'm so happy.
How you feel?
I feel great. I feel good now. A lot better. A lot better.
Trying to make me emotional. Because I am. I'm happy for both of y'all. I'm happy. And Zuri, I'm so happy for my grandbaby.
Very, very happy for you. How do you feel? Tara, how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel great. I'm glad that he was able to get these results.
And now your baby shower is this afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can go into that shower confident, right?
Yes.
You can.
Yes.
And know that this baby that's your little girl. Never have to spend another sleepless night wondering, right? And Tyra, we know you've made promises about going forward how you will manage and be in the relationship. Not just for yourself and for Kimoni, but for your baby. What's her name?
Zuri Yvonne.
Zuri Yvonne. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we're so excited for you. We here at Paternity Matters just wanted to give you something. Aaliyah's bringing it in.
Oh.
We wanted to bring you a little something for the baby for the shower.
Thank you.
This is for you. Can you reach
you.
it? Oh, there you go. And that's for you. Open it up.
Oh, she gonna wear this too. Oh yeah.
We hope it's one of her first little onesies.
Of course.
Turn it around so everybody at home can see. Oh, for little Zuri. Yes, Paternity Matters.
Thank
She got
you.
her daddy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have another daddy's girl, and I'm so glad she's going to know that feeling. I know that feeling. My father is the reason why I created this show. His passing in 2023, it has literally rocked me to my core. And this is a part of the legacy that I hope to leave in this world, is the importance of knowing your father, having a relationship with your father. And I want to help as many families and as many babies as I can before I leave this earth know their father and have a relationship with their father and have that ability to be daddy's girl or daddy's boy, whatever.
Yes.
And it's so very important. And as I speak to you about the loss of my father and my mother. I want you to know that through children, we build our legacy, right? That we can pass on the best of us. We also can pass on the worst of us if we aren't careful. And it's up for us to heal through things, to have communication. I admire the communication you have with your mother, Kimoni, and the mother that you've been able to be to him, and that you can stand in the gap sometimes the way moms have to, and make that call and make that moment. And I'm grateful that you all trusted her to make the call here to us so we could get this result that will change Zuri's life forever. There are people in this very day at 20 years old and 30 years old still living with questions of paternity that haven't been resolved. And now she will not be one of those people. She will have her daddy and her mommy and her grandma and everyone. And she will have the love of very powerful angels. And I'll tell you that as well. My son has it. I know I feel my mother, my father, my brother watching over my son. And just know that your mother's always with you. Okay? I'm so very sorry for your loss, but I am so very happy that we could give you this truth. And this is going to be a blessing that will have limitless impact on your lives. And I know you're going to be a great dad. I hope you show up as a father the way you've shown up in this relationship, Kimoni. He talked about how he wanted to be a great man the way his mother raised him. And that is admirable to me. That is what I hope my son will one day do and one day believe and live by. That he wants to be a good man.
Right.
That's a good thing. It's actually a great thing, an extraordinary thing. So keep being that, because guess what? You're going to be the example to Zuri about how she will expect men to treat her. Yeah. And now, I'm going to tell you, growing up and being a daddy's girl, sometimes they set the bar high, okay? And you set the bar real high. My daddy set the bar high, okay?
My dad did too.
I'm not playing no games.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how you want her to be, right? And that doesn't mean life's going to be perfect, because it just isn't, right? But it does mean that she'll have a standard that she'll forever remember of what my father and my mother showed me about what I deserve, right? And how I deserve to be treated in this world, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm so happy. Can y'all send me a picture? Too. I want to see a picture of her with her little paternity mask.
Yes,
she'll be our first little model.
Yes.
Okay.
We will send a picture.
I'm so excited for you guys.
Because now we can go to this baby shower and he can be there with his chest out.
Yes. Right, Mom. Not with his shoulders unsure. That lack of clarity, it affects you in the way you move, the way you think, your body language. Now, you can go in with your head held high, like she said, your chest out, and you are that baby's father, and you all can enjoy such a beautiful, beautiful celebration of her life. Now, make sure you tell us when the baby's born. We're family now, so we want to be all, we're going to be all up in your business. Is the baby here? What y'all
and that
doing?
Means I get to keep shopping.
And we're going to check on you. And then we'd love to hear more about how you guys are doing after the baby's born once you have a minute to just collect yourselves, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for joining us.
We
wish you
appreciate
all
you.
the very, very best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. All right, family. What a beautiful ending to an incredible story. We are so happy to help another family resolve paternity doubt. Court may be adjourned, but we know the conversation must continue. We all know paternity matters. We'll see you next time.
Hey family, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications.
Do you need help resolving a question of paternity? Maybe I can help. Text me at 818-850-6568. That's 818-850-6568. We'll see you next time on Paternity Matters, because it's personal.